Welcome to the Too Many Records Friday kickoff tailgate live stream on your screen, live on your screen for a stream, just streaming, live streaming event. This is the event of the week. This is the event of the day. This is something that everyone should be extremely excited about because I'm opening records and we're talking music and it's going to be fun. And if it's not fun, that's not my fault, and you can't blame me. But I think it will be fun. So let's give a few minutes to get the usual suspects in here, and then we'll open some records, and then we'll talk about music. It'll be fun. We do this. This is the thing we do. What's up, Roberto? What's up, Law Dude? Good to see you guys. Yeah, Nosh woke up from his beauty rest. Thank you. So, this was an unplanned live stream, but I feel like I've been doing these Friday ones for the past couple weeks, and they've been pretty awesome. There's been, a pretty sizable turnout by the middle, so let's see how it goes. What's up, Scotty? What's up, Travis? All we need is we need that Tony to get here, and then we can really begin. I'm not sure what's in this pile of records. I know one or two of them, but I'm not sure. And here comes my boy Tyler with the SC, the first super chat of the evening. Bless up to you, my friend. Thank you. Always a pleasure to see you. And now Tony's here, so I guess we can begin. The way I can get more people in this is by starting the live stream and going through 4 records and then having everyone come in and say what I miss. That's that seems to be the way it goes. But let's get started. If you guys want to hit the like button real quick, just takes one click, and you like the stream, then YouTube's like, wow, this guy's cool. Maybe we should promote his channel for once. What's up, Terry? All right, let's get started. Let's talk music, folks. I've been playing around with a new pair of headphones, earbuds today. I'm really enjoying them. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a whole video on them. I might just talk about them at some point, but I'm really enjoying them. I'm not going to share what they are yet, but they're cool. I'm digging them. Even I listen to digital Bluetooth music every now and again, sometimes, when I'm feeling less than festive. All right. What have we here? Yes. Here we are. This is Quitters, the latest record by Christian Lee Hutson. Christian Lee Hutson is an artist that came on my radar. If you like indie folk singer-songwriter stuff, he is pretty terrific. His record before this, Beginners, was produced by Phoebe Bridgers, and I think she was featured on a song. Very similar songwriting, but from, a male perspective, obviously. Very good album. Wasn't nearly as life-changing as Punisher or Stranger in the Alps. But this album is produced by, is produced by not only Phoebe Bridgers, it's also produced by Conor Oberst. So this is basically produced by Better Oblivion Community Center, which is dope. This is a signed copy, which was cool. That's why I jumped on it. I probably wouldn't have bought it until I heard it, but knowing that Phoebe's on a track, Phoebe and Connor produced it, and I liked his last album, I thought this was a no-brainer to buy. He's just very talented. So if you like that kind of music, definitely check it out. Excited to give it a listen. I haven't heard a lick from it, so hopefully it lives up to my high expectations. I mean, I'm sure Tony's going to be all about it because that Conor Oberst co-signed. Not just a co-sign, but a co-produced. And you know what I'm trying to say. All right, what are we here? What do we got here? Oh, this was an unexpected repress from the other day, and this also got here lightning quick. Holy crap. Where's Ryan Dye when you need him? This is an artist named Madion, and this is his first album, Adventure. So Adventure is he's good friends with Porter Robinson. They're in the same kind of realm of, indie pop that has a little bit of a high production, a little sugary at times. Very good stuff. This is my favorite project he's done. And so what's funny is that the first pressing of Adventure was not the full deluxe version with all the tracks. And it also reportedly sounded like crap. I haven't heard one myself, so I can't really know. But it went for over $150, $200 whenever it sold, maybe even more. It was a very, very coveted album within that space. And they just did a repress of the deluxe version, which is super exciting. First time on vinyl deluxe. Loving this die cut cover with this like shiny in the middle. Very, very nice. I'm seeing Madion's Pretty Okay IMO from Scotty. Yeah, you see, I like Porter Robinson more than Madion, but I do think that this album is definitely worth owning on vinyl. It is very catchy, very fun to listen to, and I couldn't resist jumping in on the deluxe because I never was able to track down the other version. I hope it sounds better. I mean, I'm assuming since it's not just a repress with the same plates because it's a deluxe version, obviously there's more that goes into it. So I'm hoping that they remedied whatever caused this to apparently sound like crap from the original, but excited to hear it. If you guys like indie pop, definitely check on Madion for sure. I think you will be a fan. All right, merch now. We're all familiar, but what is it? What could it be? There can be infinite possibilities. Let's see together. If you guys have questions for me while I'm unboxing, feel free to follow in Tyler Foley's footsteps and shoot me a super chat. Even though YouTube takes their sweet cut, every super chat goes towards supporting the Too Many Records store, which is costing a boatload of money. Every day is a new expense and a new adventure, but more on that in the future. What have we here? What is this? Oh, so this is an album that I just got swept up in. Okay, let me preface this in two ways. So I got a little swept up in the excitement of this release because it was really highly. All the Facebook groups I'm in and Reddit were losing their mind over it. I don't know this record, but the reason I purchased it is not just because of hype. It's because my boy Jason, aka Unoriginal Vinyl, did the packaging design and everything for it. And he has a little stamp on the bottom back, which is awesome. This is his logo. If you see anything that has that little robot, you can't see. It's too blurry. Oh wait, you could see it. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. That little robot, that's Jason. He's an amazing designer when it comes to packaging. He worked on the MXPX box set, the recent Further Seems Forever release. Tyler with the example super chat, just for all you guys to... I just saw Chris's. I got swept up in your hairline, strongest in the game. I mean, the hair is graying for sure, but I think it's like a sexy salt and pepper thing. And yeah, I'm definitely, my hairline's solid. I think based on my family, I should, knock on wood, be good to not go bald. We'll see. Anyway, this album's by Zao, Z-A-O, and it's called Liberate Te Ex Interis, or Save Yourself from Hell. I guess this has either been out of print for a long time or never on vinyl. I'm not quite sure. But I think it's metalcore, which is not a genre I'm super into. But I'm excited for Jason. This was a huge success. They sold out of this record pretty quickly, I believe. So many good comments in the chat right now. Yes, the store is in Portland. And TMR and Just for Men collab coming soon. It's pronounced Zao, not Zao. See, that's how little I know about this band. I'm definitely going to listen to it digitally, and if I like it, I'll keep it. Otherwise, I'll store this away for a rainy day. It's a hardcore Christian band. Interesting. I guess Tooth and Nail tends to do a lot of Christian, not like full-out Christian bands, but bands that have like a little bit of Christian lyricism in their music. Yeah, the album was Zao, so check it out, Z-A-O. And Fender's Rule says he has a reason to go to Portland. Sweet. I want to check out Boise, actually. It's on my hit list to go check it out for sure. Okay, I see I'm getting swept in. Guys, you're suckering me in right now. You know my rule. unless you super chat, I can't talk with you until the unboxing is done. And I see all these good comments, and I want to talk to you, but I'm in the middle of the unboxing. So you got to throw me 50 cents. You got to throw me $1. Chuck it at me in quarters. I don't care. Let's go. All right. Ow. I just did stab myself. Look at this. This is just sitting open like this. It's okay. I don't think it's bleeding. I think I just nicked it. But gotta be careful. I'm surprised I haven't sliced a finger off with this thing yet. Adam, if I did that, I would blame you. Ah, this is a way thinner jacket than I thought this would be, but I'm very happy to own this nonetheless. This is Message to Bears, Falling Leaves. So Message to Bears is an artist I discovered way too late. Ambient folktronica kind of stuff. Very beautiful. I am sad because the majority of his albums are very out of print and go for probably triple digits. And now I need to track them all down because it's exactly the kind of music I love. If you haven't heard Folding Leaves, this might be the best thing he's ever done. There's another album I can't remember the name of that's just as good. But this is such a good record, and it finally got a repress because the original press was long out of print. So hopefully, since this one did so well with the repress, they'll be considering repressing some of his other records. But if you guys like folktronica stuff, Message to Bears is phenomenal, and I don't know how this slipped under my radar for so long. I mean, he's been making music for quite a long time under this alias, so that was kind of surprising to me. Victoria, hey, I feel like I never see you in these. Oh my God, we got the double super chat. Okay, I'm gonna go 1-2 while I hold up this beautiful cover. Victoria, I feel like I never see you in this, but I'm glad to see you here. Now is an excuse to visit Portland. Sending all the good vibes from... Oh my God, we got the triple. You guys are killing me. I mean, I love it, but... sending all the good vibes from NYC. I love New York City. I wish I could be there right now. I hope I get to visit soon. I feel like once the store begins, my vacationing is going to be significantly limited. But I was just there a month or two ago, and I'll make it back out there for sure before the end of the year. It'd be great to pop over in the fall, say hi to some friends, and hit up the great record shops there. So thank you. I appreciate the support. Robert, hey Matt, are you excited for the new Slipknot Iowa reissue that's coming out, or am I skeptical that it may not sound great? I am extremely excited. As you guys know, that is one of the top records on my list for my grails that I wanted to find this year. I already found one of them, The Rage Against the Machine, self-titled, if you guys didn't see my Instagram. The original press, of course. And Iowa, I was certainly not going to pay $200-$300 for it. It's a great record, but I just didn't want to pay that. I knew it would get a repress. It's too mainstream of an album on a label that still exists, on a band that's still very active. There's no way it wouldn't get a repress. So I held off, and it was smart. I'm hoping it sounds great. We won't know until it gets here, but it was cheap. I think it was like $25 or $30. That's cheap nowadays, I feel like. So, very excited to get that in. And then Terry, when I come to Colorado for the National, can you meet me and buy me a drink? Yeah, absolutely. I will never turn down a drink. I'm staying with a buddy of mine who lives in Denver. But yeah, I'd love to make it happen. I'm only there for a few days, but that would be wonderful. Maybe we could hit up a record shop or something. I know on Sunday he was talking about watching football all day, and that's not my jam. So maybe, it's crazy, Terry. This is a wild idea, but we could talk about this more offline. But I think people might get a kick out of this. If you guys remember my Denver video, I went to a store in Minturn, which is like an hour outside the city, and it was one of the greatest record stores I've ever been to. And I've heard from Adam that he went there, and apparently he's been like cleaned out a little bit, and it's not as chaotic and amazing as it was when I went there. But I've been dying to go back. It's been a few years, and I feel like a lot of his stuff has gone out of print again. I would love to go back there. I don't know if you want to go on a little road trip and hit up Minturn, but that could be super fun to do. We can talk about it later. Message to Bears, Folding Leaves. Why am I still holding this? Let's keep going. Oh, Nick's finally here. Glad you could show up, buddy. This is a Japanese This is a Japanese box, so I think I know what this is. I've ordered a few records from Japan, and I think this is what I think it is. Let's find out. I'm already in love with the colors of this cover. I haven't even taken this out yet. This is not what I thought it was, but this is beautiful. Man. So this is Haruka Nakamura doing covers on piano of Nujabes. I mean, can you imagine anything better? Haruka Nakamura is a fantastic musician, and Nujabes is a big influence on his music, and I love Nujabes' music and piano in general as an instrument, so I had to grab this. I didn't even consider it being bad. I'm sure it's not. My only concern would be if it's not a good pressing. I feel like oftentimes I'll get piano albums and they won't sound amazing because there'll be too much surface noise or too many pops, and that really takes away from something as simplistic as a piano album. So like Ambient, piano records really need to have a high quality control. So hopefully this sounds as good as this cover looks, because this is just amazing. Oh, Luke, thank you for the super chat. Where's your question, bro? It came with this, like, looks like some kind of newspaper. This is cool. This is very vaporwave, whatever this is. It's like a zine of some kind. It's all in Japanese. Can't read any of it. But that's a very cool edition. And what's awesome is that this is actually done as an official Nujabes related album on Hideout Productions, which is his, well, you know, he's passed away, but it's his label that he started and, you know, now continues on. Marcus D released a couple things with Hideout too, which is really awesome, really kind of like solidifying him in that community, which was awesome. So how many times can I say awesome in a minute? Let's see what happens. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I like these ones. These ones are way easier to rip off than whatever the other ones are, in my experience. And I have some experience with this. I double dipped on this because I couldn't resist. I just love this album so much. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I recently posted myself listening to the recent repress of this album. But this is a alt cover, and it's on orange vinyl of Hurry Up We're Dreaming, which is one of my favorite records. I feel like it wasn't on my top 100 list, but if I were to redo my top 100 list, maybe it was, actually. Does anyone remember? Scotty, I know you just watched that series. Was this on there? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this should absolutely be in my top 100 records of all time. And the alt cover is really cool. I'm kind of a sucker for alt covers every now and again, and I love that it was on orange vinyl, which is cool. It was on my list. Wow, thank you. I can't believe so many of you guys watched that series. That's amazing. I mean that genuinely, because the series did so poorly with over time that I felt like it was like a huge waste. But I'm glad that you guys watched it because I was really proud of it. Yeah, love this cover. You bought it after seeing it on my top 100. That's high praise. That is dope. Luke, I just missed your super chat because I was getting wrapped up in the M83. How is everything going with the store? Greetings from Holland. Hello, Holland. Things are going well. I just purchased a nice kind of pleathery futon for the main room, which if it's as cool as I think it'll be, I'll get a second one to put next to it, just to have some more seats for the in-store performances and events. You know, the more I think about like in-store things, I don't think it just has to be performances. My hope is that over a couple months, build an email list of not just TMR people, but locals that would want to come and experience listening parties and, you know, album listenings that we could talk about the album, like, you know, like critical type stuff where you play it and sit and listen and then talk about it. I would love to do things like that. So, who knows? I feel like the possibilities are endless. It's a great space, you know? Scotty, thank you so much for the super chat. How about all the new releases today? Okay. Let's go through them one by one. I don't have a lot to say about all of them, but let's go. Jack White. Obviously, I love the White Stripes. One of my favorite groups. Amazing catalog. Jack White is an icon. He is extremely talented. One of my favorite guitarists. That being said, I do not love his solo career. I feel like I haven't loved any of his albums he's put out. I like a couple songs on Lazaretto, but ultimately, like, I feel like he's just missing something. It's different than the White Stripes, like, too much for me. So I did not listen to the new Jack White, and I probably won't unless people are saying it's, like, by far his best record. Wet Leg, I just listened to it. Ryan in the Facebook group is obsessed with them, so I wanted to give it a chance because he has a good taste in music. And I liked it. I didn't love it. I think they're very talented. It's a great debut record. Some of it reminded me of Lucy Dacus. Has a little edge to it, a little like 90s kind of, grungy stuff, a little experimental, but ultimately it kind of all faded together for me, so I'd have to give it another listen. I feel like they're the kind of band that I would have to see live to really appreciate. Father John Misty, I've been out of his camp for many, many, many years. His last good album, I thought, was I Love You, Honey Bear, so I haven't really been involved with him musically in a long time. I think that he puts on a funny live show, but I would not want to go see him now because I just don't really love his 2 albums after Honey Bear. Banks, she's talented. I don't think I've heard her music in a while, though. Orville Peck, someone I've heard is amazing, but I have not listened to. Passenger, unfamiliar. And I don't know K Tempest and Whatever the Weather. That's a cool name, though. All right, let's keep going. I just dropped one. Ugh, what is happening? I'm too old to bend over and pick stuff up. All right. Oh, here we go. This one. The more I reflect on this record after one listen, the more disappointed I am. It's just like having Frusciante back, the fact that they couldn't even get close to Stadium Arcadium. Not even close. Not even one song comes close. Is a huge bummer. I'm a huge John Frusciante fan. And I'll ride or die for those Frusciante Rhcp albums for sure. But this is just like, on the first listen, there isn't one song outside of Black Summer that I can even remember, like any of the lyrics or the melodies. I just feel like John's harmonies were underutilized on the album, and I mean, I just was really excited to hear this. It was like my hopes were high, and it did not meet them, unfortunately. So this is probably one that I'll leave sealed, and one day some collector will be extremely excited many years from now. Pens, thoughts on $800 signed Tool versus $180 unsigned. I think any artist that thinks that their signature is worth $600+ is extremely obnoxious, and that's, I don't dislike Tool. Their fandom is a little intense for me. I like Anima quite a bit, and Undertow has some great tracks, but ultimately I've never really gotten into them, and I feel like stuff like this pushes me away from wanting to get into Tool. Like, imagine being a Tool fan and wanting to get a signed copy of their box set that's already extremely expensive and it costs $800. Like, for me, that just seems like a huge slap in the face. Like, if Kanye did that, I would still call him out. I would say that's insane. Like, why would you ever think that that's okay to gouge your fans like that? And it's not for charity. It's not for a good reason. It's just for greed. So, no bueno. All right, let's keep going. We got 3 more, and then we'll just talk. All the Tool fans are going to come for me after that comment. Scotty, I'm catching little bits of your commentary in the chat. I feel like lately you have been... we have had a lot of dissenting opinions that have been... I just feel like lately I've noticed that you and I have disagreed on quite a bit. But historically, we've been pretty in sync, so interesting, for sure. This is Cunning Linguists, Onerology. I ordered this so long... Onerology? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I ordered this so long ago. Amazing hip-hop record. Cunning Linguists are super, super good. Man, I feel very torn about this. I just got called out on Twitter by No, who does the beats for Cunning Linguists, for the stupidest reason ever. I'll just tell the story very briefly. Sadistic is a really good rapper. I'm a huge fan. I have all of his records basically on vinyl. Him and No just did a collab album that's supposedly very good. I haven't had a chance to listen yet. And Sadistic quote tweeted the Donald Glover article where he compared his Because of the Internet to OK Computer. And he's getting a lot of hate for that. And I love Because of the Internet, and I totally get where he's coming from with what he's saying. As one of my favorite albums of all time, like, I get the comparison, and I know it's a lofty comparison, but Donald Glover is one of the most talented humans on this planet, and he has been for 15 years, ever since Derek Comedy. So, I don't see why we're all, like, acting like that's completely out of the question. So I responded to Sadistic, and I was just like, hey, man, like, don't hate on... I was like, I love your music, but, like, don't hate on Because of the Internet. It's an absolute masterpiece. Like, you go check it out again if you don't know it, because I'm assuming if he's a hip-hop guy, hopefully he's listened to it. And then, like, No came in and started, like, quote tweeting me and, like, mocking me basically for pushing back. And I was like, that's not cool, man. Like, I'm just trying to have a conversation about hip-hop with other hip-hop heads, and he's coming in there, like, acting like it was very weird. So mixed feelings on No right now, but he's a very talented producer. So anyway, I'm seeing Ryan's comment. Man, the internet sucks so much. My comment to Sadistic was like, man, don't hate. Like, it was not meant to be like, you're a hater. Everything gets so twisted on Twitter out of context. Like, I was not, like, he was kind of hating, to be honest. He was literally being like, bruh, like, what a ridiculous statement. And I was trying to be like, dude, like, we all love hip hop here. Let's all give each other the props that we all deserve. Like, I love Sadistic, but he's never put out anything as good as Because of the Internet. Anyway, that's just my thought. But the internet is a super toxic place, and the deeper I get into it, the more frustrated I get. Just because it's so easy these days to get your words completely taken out of context and just get piled on. There's a huge bully mentality on the internet with all generations, and it's very unhealthy. But let's keep going. Of course, I have to show it every damn time. Okay, here we go. Holy crap, this packaging is amazing. Love this. One of my favorite records as well. This is a huge record for me. Kishibashi's 151A. This is the anniversary pressing after 10 years. Are there bonus tracks? I think there are a couple bonus tracks on it. Oh, there's demos of every song and 2 rarities. Sweet. Kishibashi is just so underrated still. The fact that he's not bigger than he is at this point in his career is crazy. And I think, violin virtuoso, indie pop genius, and this record is pretty flawless front to back. I just had the pleasure of going to see him perform in Portland with an orchestra. He did like 2 shows with like a symphony orchestra, and it was so great. He even did his Regina Spektor cover in the show, which was great, which is on his recent EP. But yeah, if you guys don't know Kishibashi, I mean, listen to the song Manchester on this album. It's without a doubt a top 10 song of my lifetime. Like, across all eras, all genres, Manchester is perfection, sonic perfection. And I just like, it evokes so many feelings. Someone in my past once said that it sounds like what love feels like. It's just a very powerful song. So get this reissue before it sells out, unless it's already sold out. I don't know. Joyful Noise did the pressing because that's his label, and they're awesome. Tyler with the super chat. What's a hip hop collab I'd love to see? 3 to 5 people, dead or alive. Whew. I'd like to see Nujabe's production with Nujabe's and Kanye producing together. I want to see. I'm just going to say my favorite artists probably, but I would love to see a mixture of Kendrick and MF Doom on the mic, and maybe get a third producer in there. Let's get Dr. Dre in there. So 3 producers, Kendrick and Doom, going back and forth. Best album of all time. All right, let's keep going. One more, and then we can just talk. So Near Mint is a label that used to do mostly emo stuff, like kind of lo-fi emo, and they've recently moved into doing a lot of underground hip-hop stuff, I guess trying to be in the same world as the Rapwinkle and Dope. So this is Stove God Cooks, Reasonable Drought. I like a lot of the stuff that Stove God does. Yeah, they're even doing like a Dope style sticker, which is cool. I wanted to pick it up because I want to support more labels doing underground hip hop. Not that they need the support. That stuff sells out like faster than anything anyone could ever fathom. But yeah, so this is a good record, but that's all I have to say about that. There's so many good comments. I want to get to these comments now. So just because I'm chatting now doesn't mean you don't have to stop. Doesn't mean you have to stop super chatting, but you don't have to. You never have to. Let's go. Let's see. Smash that like button if you haven't yet. Good call, Tony. Am I excited for the Black Star 2 news? Oh, yeah. I tweeted about it. I was so excited. I mean, I never thought that we'd get Black Star 2. The 2 lost albums in hip-hop both involved Madlib. So it's Mad Villain 2 or Mad Villainy 2 and Black Star 2, which I never thought we'd ever get them. So the fact that we got this and the fact that I've heard that there are a lot of recordings for Mad Villainy 2, it gives me hope that maybe that'll come out in our lifetime too. A posthumous Doom and Madlib record would be insane. But yes, very excited for Black Star 2. I don't know if they can live up to the hype of the first one, especially since that era they both have become less talented MCs. I feel like they were like at their peak in that era, Mos Def and Talib, and I feel like since then they haven't really done anything spectacular. So I think it'll be good, but I fear that it won't be as epic as the first Black Star record. Fender's Rule, you knew Sadistic in college. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, listen, to go back to what I was saying before, I have nothing against Sadistic or No. I think they're both extremely talented. I just felt weird that like they took my comment and just decided to like pile on me, which was bizarre. I literally posted a picture afterwards of 5 Sadistic records and 3 Cunning Linguist records, and then because the internet in the middle, and I was like, can't we all just get along? And they ignored it, but I thought that was funny. Scotty says, can't believe you left Lil Ugly Mane out of the collab. I knew someone was going to say that when I did, and I left him out because I don't know if his vocal style would mesh with what I was going for, but I would love to see Lil Ugly Mane's production with, like, MF Doom rapping over it. That would be an awesome collab, too. Near Mint has great pressings of your favorite emo band, Marietta. Yes, Marietta is awesome. I got introduced to Marietta back in like 2014, and I've always been a fan, mostly of their first record, the one that has like the 3 split. Is that their first record? The one with like the 3 split Summer Death, I think it's called. It's so good. Waxwork or Mondo? Oh, Mondo all day. They're both good, but Mondo all day. Did I listen to the Chili Peppers album? Tyler, you've been here the whole time. We had a whole tirade about it. Where have you been? You guys are thinking about Mondo and Death Waltz. Favorite TV show or series? My favorite shows of all time are Curb Your Enthusiasm, Parks and Recreation, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Boy Meets World, Mr. Robot. But I love TV. TV's my other vice outside of music. I don't really I don't watch a lot of movies, but I love TV and I love music. Have you ever listened to Making April? Their album The Egg Hunt would make a great TMR release. It was self-released. Interesting. No, I haven't heard it. Shoot me an email with it. I will take a listen in sometime in the next year with my schedule. What's up, Johnny Z Beats? Did two people asking my favorite TV show right one after the other? Man, this chat be wildin'. What would be my last meal in Portland? That's a great question. One of my favorite things in Portland is actually ending soon. There's a restaurant on Mississippi called Radar, and they make the best beef tartare with like these marrow-soaked toasts, and they're closing down in a week. I just found out today, so I'm going to try to go this weekend and say my goodbye. It's one of my favorite things I've ever had. How many City Pop records do I have? Like strictly City Pop? That's not like Vaporwave? Probably 0. I like City Pop, but I don't own any that I know of. The Great Chili Peppers tirade of 22. Do I read? Favorite authors? Books? I used to read a lot more. I was a voracious reader in middle school, high school, and in college to an extent. I was an English major, though, so it kind of beat the love of reading out of me. I haven't read in a while, but one of my favorite books is Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. If you haven't read that, phenomenal story. She's a great writer. And I know this is so cliche, but I've been reading it since I was like literally like 10 years old, and I've read it multiple times throughout my life because my dad got me into it. But The Catcher in the Rye, I still think it gets a lot of hate, but I think it's an amazing book. I love it. I know it's so cliche, but it's a classic for a reason, I think. You relied on my LA video for all the places to hit in your last trip. Amoeba is well priced compared to the surrounding stores. Nice. Amoeba does have great pricing. I mean, you have to really... they have some stuff that's very expensive, but you got to dig for the deals. And when you find the deals, that's why they're the greatest record store on the planet. Damn, really? Opening a record store? Congrats, dude. That's big. Where have you been, RH? Go back on the channel. Check it out. I've done multiple videos announcing the store and talking about what the plans are. Just signed the lease a couple weeks ago. So yeah, check it out. I'm opening a dang store. It's going to be awesome. And there will be online sales and in-person sales and all kinds of fun stuff. Have I heard the songs by The Smile and the new solo songs Tom York just released? I heard the first song from The Smile. That was, I think, a live performance, but I haven't listened to anything else. I'm waiting for the record to come out. Very excited. I think it's going to be awesome. I have not heard the new Tom York solo songs, though. I need to get on that for sure. Have I heard the new Sadistic album? It's really good. I haven't yet, but I love musically Sadistic and No. So, we'll see. Tease you with a Grail that's going to be on the wall opening day. Do I have it over here? Oh no, it's too far away. Maybe. Hold on. And no, it's not my copy. Let's see, what else do we got? I'm not going to answer any questions or entertain anything about what I just showed. Am I planning to travel or visit record stores this year? Not as much as I originally was planning, but, with the store opening, I don't really have as much time as I thought I would. So probably not, but I would like to eventually reach a point where I can do more traveling. If the store is doing well enough that I can hire an employee, that would be incredible. So, hopefully it does. How far am I in Elden Ring? I beat it. I beat Elden Ring, which is great because I'm usually not great at really, really difficult games. The only thing I couldn't beat was the optional boss at the end of the Halig Tree, which I won't spoil if anyone's playing it, but that is the hardest boss I've ever fought in a video game, and I couldn't do it. But I did everything else, which made me feel good. Thoughts on the Grammys this year? I never watched the Grammys. I only catch the highlights, and I thought Billie's performance was really good. I mean, that song is one of my favorite songs. It's probably her best song. But I don't. The Grammys are such a joke. The Oscars are such a joke. It's all these award ceremonies are just the most nonsensical things. I don't know why anyone gets excited, to be honest. Like, it's always rewarding the wrong things, for the most part. When can we start to see a little process behind building the store? Tyler, I'm working on it, my man. I'm trying to figure out the best way to give that. I just did a video where I talked about, the price tag dilemma of what to do with price stickers and switching sleeves. So I'm trying to make videos where I'm incorporating you guys into sharing thoughts on philosophies about building the store out. But I would like to also do some little vlogs. I'm just not sure the format of how to do them. So it's a lot to focus on. Do I have any experience with lathe cutting, and what lathe have I had the best experience with? Well, I think Richard Houghton, who doesn't do it for public purchasing, is the best in the world. I mean, he's just a damn genius. I haven't talked to him in a little while. I've been so busy. I miss that guy. He's the best. He's the nicest person. But Tangible Formats does a great job with their lathe. I have a bunch of stuff from them, and it all sounds phenomenal. What age was I when I was financially able to grab the records I wanted when they came out? I mean, we're never able to grab all the records we want when they come out. It's always a flux and flow. I mean, that's a hard question to answer. I guess you need to go opening day just for that. It's funny, you're the only one that commented on my tease that I did. Maybe you're the only one that knows how dope that is. But maybe that means you have a better chance of getting it. Do I have a local distributor warehouse where I can browse and buy from, or is it all mail order? I think it's all mail order, which is not the end of the world. I've been getting set up with some wholesalers. Saxon's been helping me out with that a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be stocking a ton of new records. I mean, you guys know this. I've been talking about this in my videos. The store is predominantly used records. I'm only going to really be buying wholesale new records for very specific purposes, or for the TMR monthly record club picks every month, which is something I need to spend more time with because I've been so busy with the store. I haven't figured out what my picks are going to be for the first month, which I think will be June, I think. But yeah. Better not be late for that one. Adam gets it. How am I going to reconcile participating in Record Store Day but being unable to own any of the inventory that comes in? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but do you mean how am I going to celebrate Record Store Day without being a part of it as like a person who buys the records from the store? I might need a little clarification on that one. Favorite non-record store place to get records? Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Barnes & Noble, Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters? Put me in jail. I mean, I don't really try to buy records from any of those places. I only buy if there's like a limited release of an album that I really want, like a special variant. So that being said, I mean, I think Urban Outfitters and Walmart probably do the best variants, but again, not my cup of tea. Am I liking the Bill Evans records they've been publishing on the last few Record Store Days? I think Bill Evans is very talented, but again, I'm not a huge jazz guy. I have this incredible Bill Evans box set up for sale for the store. It's like a very rare box set. It's worth like $500-$600. So some jazz fans are going to be stoked on that. 90 RSD titles were pushed back. Holy crap, is that true? I wonder... Interesting. Yeah, that's a bummer. Will I be celebrating Rex Manning Day next year? I love that movie. Probably not, but great movie nonetheless. Tyler with the super chat. One of the last super chats of the evening. I feel like I'm getting hungry, and I feel like we only have maybe a couple more minutes in me, so get your questions in now. What's the last record that got away? anything that's sold out or you missed out on and really want. I mean, the last record that I was mad that I missed out on was the Black Country New Road Crystal Clear variant from Japan. I ended up paying for it in the aftermarket just because I feel like it's going to only get more expensive over time. So I feel like I bit the bullet. I probably paid $40, $50 more than retail. I don't know how much it costs retail, but that being said, apparently it's the best sounding record of the pressings, so we'll see. David, I'll buy that box set from Bill Evans. How can I do that? This is where it gets tricky. So for things like that on opening day, I want to have them to get people excited for the store. If no one buys it opening day, we could talk about me sending it. But I want to have it available as an exciting thing in the store to get people excited to come back to the store, right? So I can't just sell everything online. I have to be strategic about how and when and what I sell. What am I going to eat with your super chat cash? Well, you guys, here's the reason that I love you guys so much that I'm here instead of at this restaurant I want to go to. They have 11. I'm going to show you a picture of this sandwich. They have 11 of these sandwiches tonight, and they've been open since 4:30. And I can't put an order online. I have to go in person to get it. And I really want it. So it's shaved ribeye, tomato jam, octopus aioli on house-made shokupan buns. Look how good that looks. So I'm literally doing this live stream instead of going to lock in my sandwich. So that's how much I care about you guys. Never say I don't care about you. I'm avoiding this sandwich, which I'll probably miss out on now. But my hope is that after this live stream, I can drive on over and they'll still have one available. We'll see. What's the most expensive record I've purchased? Do I still own it? Yeah, it's the Pearl Jam Benaroya Hall, and of course I own it. It's amazing. All right, it's 46:46 right now at 50 minutes. So you have like 3 more minutes. I'm going to go try to get this sandwich. Roland, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to beat you up. New Jersey Matt is coming out. Yeah, my Guido side. New Jersey Matt is buried deep inside. He comes out when I listen to Springsteen and Jovi. Tyler, how much did you pay for that? My man, I got a whole damn video. A whole video about that record. Go check it out after this live stream. I think it's called The Most Expensive Record I Ever Purchased. Or I spent $1,200 on a vinyl record. Go check it out. It's one of my favorite videos on the channel. Vinyl Solution. I've never spent over $180 for a record. Anything over that is not worth it. I wholeheartedly disagree, especially if you do buy and sell records. But to each their own. Everyone has their own philosophy. Hello, good night. You have any records from the West Indies? I'm not sure. Remind us the location of your record store. Thanks. Portland, Oregon, and this coming week on Wednesday, I'm going to be dropping a video talking about the grand opening, what we have planned, all kinds of jazz like that. Have I ever actually beat anyone up? No, I am a lover, not a fighter. A record is worth whatever they choose is worth owning it. Yeah, that was horrible grammar, but I'll let it slide. All right, guys, there's 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Who's going to drop the final super chat of the night that's not Tyler Foley? This is before YouTube takes their sweet cut, but we're at 59.86. Can we get it above the 60? That's the real question. Just got into Beach House. Do you think you'll be able to get a repress of Bloom? Is Bloom out of print? Man, I feel like it was just recently I saw that, the black version at least, in stock at stores. I'm sure it'll get repressed. Sub Pop is good at repressing their stuff. How did the Hayden Pedigo album sound? It sounded very good. It was a little noisy at times, but nothing that distracting. Just I'm being picky. Overall, very good. Pizza or tacos? Oh, man. Having lived in New York and LA, that's like asking me to pick my children, but pizza. Nick. Whoa! Oh my god. We just got hit with the triple threat trio, the Rage Brigade. Nick, hoping to visit for the grand opening. Nick, that would be amazing. DM me so that I can make sure I let you know ASAP. I can tell you tonight when the grand opening is going to be, so if you want to go, you can plan for it. So DM me or message me on Facebook. David, thank you so much for the super chat. Go get that sandwich. Tyler, what's my favorite time period of music? Range of 5 years. Oof, can it be 10 years? Because it'd be 91 to 2000, 2001. But 5 years, that's so tough. Maybe like, I don't know. That's too hard. It's too hard. Terry, have a great weekend. Matt, you have a great weekend as well. I feel like I can't end the chat if you guys are continuing to super chat me. That's just ridiculous. But Tyler, let's go, boys. No, but thank you guys. This is bringing me back to the days of Ryan and Mike Alexander. Rest in peace. I mean, they're still alive, but they don't come in here anymore. But if you guys remember those live streams, those were insane. I mean, I'm talking they would be throwing $50 super chats back and forth like madmen. But this is lovely all the same. So thank you guys. This has been a wonderful live stream. Thanks for coming out. If you missed some of it, I'm going to have it on the channel. Go back and check out what you missed. Try to let it play through all the way, because if you end it halfway through, YouTube's like, no one likes his content, and they continue to bury me under all the channels. So please enjoy your weekend. I'm going to try to enjoy mine, and we'll be doing more of this soon. So thank you guys. And yeah, spin something I'd like tonight.